Here's some more great use cases for the Tab Ultra C.
Colour ink is fire. It's productivity with no eye strain. And this device, the Boox Tab Ultra C, has quickly gone to the top of my list of recommended e-ink tablets. It's just a device that you will want to use for more. It's still a great reader, you're still getting all the benefits of that e-ink screen, but because of the colour screen, the keyboard case, and powerful tablet, you're going to want to use it for more productivity in your workflow. Have they finally made a device that can actually replace your laptop for a lot of functions? I think so. Certainly, this is an excellent place to do your emails, an excellent place to manage a lot of your content on cloud apps.
Today I went outside to shoot this and hoped to get some really good shots of the screen in full sunlight. Well, it was actually a little bit overcast, but here it is on a different sunny day, and as you can see, it looks absolutely fantastic. Here it is on that same sunny day in that same spot against reflective LCD and an ordinary LCD, and well, for contrast, I think you can definitely see the benefits of the e-ink here. E-ink, colour e-ink is looking absolutely fantastic, and it looks at its best when it's in bright sunlight. This is it actually linked to my desktop PC via Space Desk, which is absolutely fabulous free app. As you can see, it's essentially working as a periphery, an external keyboard for my computer. So I can imagine I'm working on a document, I'm working on a piece of writing, and I'm sick and tired of looking at the LCD screens, but I know I just need to type for a little while. I could carry this through into my living room or anywhere else in the house on the same Wi-Fi network and actually continue my piece of writing on the e-ink screen. That's just one possibility. The keyboard works, the touch works. It's a really excellent way to interface with your larger computer. Check out how well it works whilst I tell you about today's video sponsor. Thanks so much to IPEVO for sponsoring this video. Perhaps you've been in a hybrid meeting and had that awkward moment where you're having to turn a laptop around to point at whoever is speaking. Or perhaps you have a meeting camera for your conference room, but it's a pain to set up and it keeps on disconnecting. Perhaps relying on that one microphone in your laptop is making group meetings a disjointed and unnatural experience. Perhaps the cost of boardroom cameras has stopped you buying one. Well, IPEVO have sponsored me to tell you about their new Totem range of cameras. They can make an immersive meeting room environment. They can keep single or multiple people in view and intelligently cover the whole of a small or medium-sized meeting room. Bring together the team in seconds with plug and play into a single USB port with no need to install software. The microphones are quality and they include built-in noise reduction. It's amazing how little reverb you get even in a large space, and best of all, they do this at an excellent price. Check out the links in the description for my videos demonstrating their products and links to the products on the IPEVO website. It is certainly the case when looking at this footage back at least that you are getting more ghosting when you're generally having a light colour on a darker background as seen here. When you have a generally white background with dark text, you don't notice that ghosting quite as much. The pen input does work between Space Desk and the larger PC, but you have to remember that it is just kind of communicating a mouse click and drag, so it isn't looking exactly like you'd hope for with stylus writing. This is just into the Microsoft Whiteboard app. So we're still at the point where on e-ink tablets we are really looking to only be using the manufacturer's own software, which is the only way really to get the best out of the stylus technology that we have in these great tablets.
I wanted to come out today to show you how good it looks in daylight, and well, it's a bit of an overcast day, but I can still tell you that now even with the lights right off, this looks fabulous. And this is where you're getting the best of this color e-ink display, is when you've got lots of light like this. When you compare this Tab Ultra C to what else I've been testing, and I've really enjoyed testing this Kobo Ellipsa 2E, it's just a different thing. It's really asking the question, what are these becoming? This is a really nice e-reader with a pen input for incidental occasional notes. This is something different entirely. And are they really trying to compete with the iPad or with the Chromebook? That's an interesting question. Will they win that if they do try and compete with the iPad or a Chromebook? I don't know. But this is definitely a different category of device right now. This is not just an e-reader, it's very much that, but more, it's very much a productivity device. Recently I did a live stream along with Khalid, and we answered a lot of your recent questions on this screen, so go ahead and check that out for some common Q&A. Some things that people wanted to see is, what's the magazine experience like? So I'm going to go ahead and get Scribe now and
you can see you really don't need that front light when you're out and about in daylight. A lot of people are after colour graphs and figures like this. It's nice. Something that Khalid said, and it is true, you just get used to the lack of sharp contrast, and actually it's quite nice to read on a bit more of a low contrast paper. Okay, maybe I need to read more magazines. Balance is the mode to choose for magazines. I think it's a good magazine experience. And then the last thing I wanted to try out for you in this sort of outdoor, how does this colouring device look, is the drawing experience and how that is. You don't want to be drawing in the keyboard case because this ridge along here contains some magnets, and that actually interrupts the pen input. So remember, if you want to draw, you're going to need to take it out of the keyboard case and put it in its ordinary case, or just use it freehand. Drawing apps that haven't been made by Boox themselves won't work great with the pen input. So you are, I say stuck, but you are going to be working in the handwriting drawing app. Now I'm hopeful they will bring along a drawing specific app. I really hope that that will be the case, because you don't get access to all the colors. And although they are pastel colors and they are only specific colors that look good on this screen, I think you can get more colors out of this. And so they should allow you access to those. I'll just try and sort of bring you along for this. One thing the tab lineup do have is the tilt, so you can actually get some nice shading with the tilt pencil here. We've always had access to layers, which I will be using throughout that. But again, a dedicated drawing app could actually bring some really nice functionality with things like layer blending options rather than just one note on top of the other, essentially, in a minute. It is a nice experience, but people have said that this is like a glass, like an iPad feeling. It isn't like an iPad feeling at all.
It is a papery feeling. It is not as highly textured as some devices, or Remarkable for instance. But again, the benefit of that means that you don't wear your nib out quite so much. And let's get a new layer and let's start to add colour. I'm finding myself wanting straight away the additional colours. I don't understand why I can't just have all of the colours, to be quite honest. But as I say, Boox will do a great job of bringing us a dedicated drawing app. We just keep asking them for it. I'm going to put a nice block colour layer underneath that next. See that, again, it does this well when you've used it for quite a bit, you've got quite a lot of things going on the screen, it does do that. High volume of notes now, need you to relax a little and not go so fast, not do quite so much. And as I say, what I'd really love to see would be some blending options, so I can sort of make this a bit less opaque, a bit more transparent. I think I'm right in saying that I could take this off here and get access to all the vector information. I think I can export it as a PDF, perhaps. On top of that, you can have up to 5 layers, I think I'm right in saying. The layers below have really sort of overridden the layers above, unfortunately, so I need a way to sort of make that less opaque. At least I can just kind of delete it if I don't want that. We'll see how it turns out, and then we'll see if I can blend it all on the computer afterwards. I just feel like this device has more to offer if we had a dedicated drawing app, rather than this is obviously designed for writing notes. You can draw on it, it's not bad, but I still think it's not the... What is it? That's the question. Perhaps you're still thinking Eink, good for doing a bit of line art on, and then maybe put a bit of colour on the computer afterwards, in which case you'd still go Boox Tab X. Last bit of detail on those buildings maybe, and then that's me. Yeah. Cool, I mean, it is what it is. There is something really nice about that. I'm going to see if I prefer it with or without the underpainting layer. Yeah, probably with, but you can see I just want to draw that down so it's just a little bit fainter, a little bit lighter. I don't have the option yet. So Boox, please, if you're listening, would love to see a dedicated drawing app, please.